Hi everyone, welcome. Unfortunately, due to my internet being kind of terrible,
rubbish.
Hopefully we don't have many drop frames here. And if you have any questions or anything you'd like to add in the chat, me and John personally cannot see it. However, we do have a little pixie in the background. Jerry, are you there?
Hello.
How are you, Jerry?
I'm full of the joys of spring.
Full of the joys of spring.
In
Lovely.
October.
Somebody has to be.
Are you celebrating Halloween this year, Jerry?
I celebrate Halloween every day.
Wow, beautiful.
Why wait till the end of October when I can just be me?
Very good. John, are you celebrating Halloween this year?
Probably not.
No.
Oh. I'm a bit like Jerry. I sort of kind of half celebrate it every day.
Okay, fair enough. I think I might go as Post Malone this year. Because I think, I've got the build for it. I've got the beard. All I need is like tattoos on my face, and then just walk around bending my knees. Like
I can't remember any tattoos on the face of any of the kids in Bugsy Malone. Will you still have cream pies then?
Post Malone, Jerry. God damn it, get with the times. Let's do top 40 for once.
maybe I should dress up as Jared Butler. All I need to do is dye what facial hair I have black.
Yeah,
nice.
Perfect.
Yeah. I'm totally the perfect Jared Butler stand-in.
Yeah, thank you very much for tuning in today for this hobby hangout. We're back again. We're going to be looking through the "What Are You Painting Now" thread. Starting off, we are looking at page 59. So I just copied the URL so I could put it into the chat, but
I didn't realize
our chat isn't there. So off to you, Jerry. If you can do that for me.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Don't worry.
So we're looking at Geezer UK's Warhammer.
His Aurora
Space
Chapter Marines. We did look at these, I think, last week briefly. When Justin was in charge, which was hilariously bad.
Oh dear, what did you do?
It was just bad. It was just bad.
Just like to point out that Geezer UK is also posting his Instagram page, so if you click that there, you get to see you can follow him on Instagram. It's kind of cool. I never knew we could do that. Maybe I might post my Instagram posts now. We are also on Instagram on Beasts of War, so hopefully the guys at Essen will post up some cool behind the scenes stuff, but who knows, they're maybe busy with other stuff.
Like drinking.
Hi Lloyd.
Hello.
Welcome back in. So next we're looking at Chaos Gorka. I was going to say this is Dobby, but this isn't Dobby, this is Creature. What are you doing?
Just trying to make you louder.
Alright.
Nah. Okay.
It's become a pet peeve.
Is this loud enough now for you? Alright, okay.
Alright, well we can turn the music down.
Yeah, we can turn the music down a little bit. So what we'll do is we'll do that. Oh, this is Creature and Dobby. So this is interesting. These have a little bit better poses than... Are these from Night Models?
Yeah.
Do you know, Jerry? Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of find the Harry Potter models to be kind of lacking in pose, apart from Dumbledore. Or not Dumbledore, apart from Voldemort.
I think what they've done recently is, because they've changed over to an awful lot of One Piece casts, it restricts the poses. When you look back at their old catalogue of metal miniatures, they were much more dynamic because they could come in little parts, but then people were going, but the hands are so small and nothing fits. So
I was just
swings and roundabouts.
Personally, I was just a little bit disappointed in the models because they were all in their school uniforms, where I think like you could have had some more different scenes from the movies, which they're bought into, but personal preference really. I think this Dobby is pretty cool.
The Dobby is amazing.
I think it would have been kind of cool if he was holding a sock.
Yeah.
It's like the Malfoy sock.
There you go. Break out the green stuff.
Yeah. Bit of green stuff. Just
everybody can sculpt
or
a
even
sock.
just put a sock on his foot. This here, my goth mog. I saw this earlier, John. I thought this was fantastic painting. Not just this model, but later on he does a little bit of like shading and highlighting on it.
Yeah.
Fantastic work. I like this here as well, that some people are doing 3D Catan stuff. I think this was a Kickstarter a while back to create MDF kits of Catan and other board games. So that's quite nice.
It's got a lovely visual feel to it.
Yeah.
I think even just the tactileness of it.
Hey Jerry, we should do the Great War board game with that.
I'm just thinking that.
Yeah.
Also, GW did a set of plastic hex boards for Warhammer before they killed it. They're probably cheap as chips these days.
Next we have Blood and Plunder from Doug the Fug, who's not working on Vikings for a change. Awesome stuff. Liking it.
Maybe they are Vikings.
Maybe, yeah.
Vikings in disguise.
Maybe they've decided to creep up on those pesky monks in their round towers by disguising themselves as pirates instead.
Hey, Burrows and Badgers.
From New Boulder. If you didn't know this, Burrows and Badgers are going to be releasing their next Kickstarter, I think next week. I think maybe on Halloween Day, or might be the 1st of November, I'm not sure. But I believe there's 3 minis anyway in the trailer picture, the teaser picture.
That is lovely work. Squirrel.
I'm going to have to actually get a game of it, or at least paint what I already have.
You not painted your Burrows and Badgers yet? No.
I've only ever painted my Squirrel Knight.
Well, since Ben's going to be back for a week, he could probably teach you how to play it pretty quickly.
Yeah, he probably could. I might have to do that.
You could maybe sacrifice in a few other miniatures if they're not painted in time, but you've got a week, John. Can you do it in a week?
Probably. But do I want to is the other question.
Yes, you do, John.
It's like I could, but
set aside the tanks for a change.
No.
just break out the vermin fur spray and then a quick dry brush and you're done.
Yeah.
Everybody's brown. They're all squirrels with badgers and foxy stooty stouts. They'll be fine.
So here we have some.
You're missing nothing in the comments, by the way. Oh, what? What kind of porn do you think that he's into there, Amanda?
Oh dear.
I'm getting concerned. It's strange not having the chat.
Yeah,
I believe one of the first comments was the chat is our playground, and they're running with that.
I feel a bit lonely. Like, I don't have a direction.
Is there nothing we can do?
Yeah. Well, if you want to boot up that PC and check the chat on that, that's pretty much it. Because if I do it here,
It'll kill it.
Yeah, it'll probably kill the stream, unfortunately, and we can't do that.
Kind of need to move a tank out of the way to get to the computer.
Oh no, that's a terrible shame, John. John's literally got a massive tank pointed towards me now.
It's not that big.
It's bigger than most tanks. John. What are these? These look like
those are alien eggs.
Spawns, yeah. They're
Probably.
very dark, but then again,
I think it's just.
Well,
I was going to say it may just be the way he's priming and painting from the inside out, or.
Then again, some of the alien eggs, they're pretty dark anyway, so.
Is he using that for 40k kill team? Scroll back up there.
Maybe scroll back up. Currently working on Aliens Team Astra Militarum Kill Team.
Yeah, well, there you go then. See? It was 40k kill team. I was right. Always listen to me. The world is a happier place when everyone listens to me.
So what was that, Jerry?
Do you want me to open this via the main site or go to Twitch?
Just go to Twitch, John.
Go to Twitch.
Yeah.
Oh, they're trying to stalk you now, people.
Just finished painting some
get all your
German
comments in now.
Grenadiers, snipers for Cobra Army for Conflict 47. I really like the Conflict 47 stuff. And we can't look at a bigger version because my internet sucks today. So Silver Courage is working on some black powder British horsemen. Ooh. I like the basing on these because it looks, it's very suited in our time here. Oh, we don't get to see. Well, guys, that's it now. We can see the chat barely from another screen, so you got to behave yourselves now.
I mean, they don't have to, but we can. We are now.
They never have before.
Can you change the quality of the stream? So it,
right
and then all we have to do is just watch the chat.
Those are really, really nice Napoleonics.
Yeah, I really like them. They're very nice.
They look...
Good job.
Does he say where they're from? Because they look like front rank.
No.
I love the rifles as well. Everybody loves green jackets. Except possibly the people they're sniping at.
Was Napoleonic known for the green jackets? Because I know it was very like...
Specifically the rifle regiments were.
High toffery and bright colours.
The rifles wore green jackets and were more skirmish order compared to the line regiments, so they would just sit in whatever scrubs, trees, or little divots and hillocks that they could find, and meant people didn't see them until they got shot from quite a considerable distance away.
Oh, right.
So the first time you knew a rifle regiment was on your flank is when your officer died, followed by whatever NCOs you happen to have in that unit. At which point,
and
unlucky.
Who's
in charge? Nobody's in charge.
Military generals absolutely hated that because they thought it was like a very underhanded, dishonorable way to fight. It's like, how dare you hide yourselves from incoming fire?
They wouldn't like modern military. Then
they would hate it.
So next we have Fohammer 888. I really like Fohammer's work. I think his paint schemes are always very clean but also detailed. I like as well he's adding his golden buttons to his profile.
Yeah, that's really
picture.
Cool.
It's like kill markings. It's good.
Yeah.
I love the color modulation he does. I see it done an awful lot on 15mm, and I keep looking at it going, I should give that a try at some stage, because it's not massively realistic because it's such forced highlighting, but it looks fantastic.
I think it works really well. It's that cell shaded look which you would see in like Borderlands.
Yep. But it's not as ridiculous as Jerry will know what I'm talking about, color modulation. And I despise people that paint in color modulation because it is ridiculous looking.
So as someone who's not very aware of the term,
they basically
explain that.
You basically, for color modulation, you're shading every panel. Every panel is individually shaded from light to dark, and it looks so stark and contrasty. It's a nice looking paint scheme. It's a nice looking way to do something. But if you're doing something World War II or historical, it just screams I'm showing off, or it doesn't look right to me.
All right, okay, I see.
I don't like the style.
See if I can find
a lot of time probably then as well.
It does take a lot of
time. I love these Plague Marines. It's a little bit dark.
Can you see this?
Barely.
Yeah, that's
Jared, hold on a second. Bring it up again. Okay. Yes, I can see. Yeah, there's a lot of detail in that.
So yeah.
But that's done with weathering. Like I've seen guys do it where they've just chucked an oil wash down on it afterwards, and it just looks like a drawing.
That's Mr. Mig though. So he is a fan of that style, and he executes it superbly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not realistic, but when it's done well, it looks great.
Yeah.
Anyway, I digress. Which is so unlike me, isn't it?
I know, right?
Yeah.
You're just bringing up the brightness on these a little bit. I think they look pretty rad.
They look awesome.
They are nice. It's nice two-tone as well, because you tend to get people who will go for one or the other. They'll go for the green or they'll go for the bone.
Yep.
They look as if I think most Plague Marines that I've seen, the paint jobs, it looks as if the plague has overtaken them within a day.
Yeah.
Whereas these look as if they've been rotting over multiples of years. And
down and dirty.
Yeah.
See, I want to paint some Plague Marines now. I actually want to do some Death Guard because I fancy trying armor that's entirely rusted and pitted, and then have all the fleshy, weirdy stuff being like a high gloss and really slimy looking. I think it'd be a nice contrast between a sort of dry looking rust and red and really glossy slime.
I'm not overly sure what this mini is here.
It looks like an angel.
It looks like it's
that is the head of a Dark Eldar, one of the witches. Possibly.
The mini itself kind of looks like that game from Ninja Division. Relic Knights.
Relic
Knights.
Bit, yeah.
I think it looks like a mini from Relic Knights.
I like what he's done with the base.
It is. It says at the bottom, Herald of the Void for Relic Knights. There you go.
See,
we're so used to seeing
even
not just a pretty face.
Oh, some very nice camo here from Piers.
Piers, that P dot is excellent, but paint your Panzerfaust yellow.
Wow. There we go.
That's my only piece of criticism. The Panzerfausts, I don't think were ever grey.
Everyone I've seen has always been that.
It's
lovely,
been that Dunkelgelb or Dunkeldrab or whatever. Yeah.
Lovely yellow colour.
Some
but
drop
you know,
in next.
But you realise Pierce will then back this up with 20 pictures.
I would actually like to see those pictures because that helps me reference stuff too.
Some cool drop zone stuff here using
foam terrain. Lloyd's patent pending terrain system.
That's going to be forever patent pending.
It really is.
I think it's going to get to the point where he's just going to have to get people to mail him 50p every time they use one.
Yeah.
Just an envelope. Just stick a 50p to the back of an envelope and post it.
Yeah. Someone doing, what was it, Primaris? Space Wolf Primaris?
So, doing some priming and...
Knight.
Is he using? He is. He's got Deathwatch shoulder pads on those Primaris.
Oh.
They don't currently come with Deathwatch shoulder pads, do they?
They do. You can buy Deathwatch Primaris Squad in a box, but you can also buy the Primaris upgrade or the Space Marine Deathwatch upgrade set.
Interesting.
Because the shoulders are all compatible between Primaris and Standard Marine.
Oh, I didn't realize. I thought they were all bigger, chunkier. Oh, that's good.
I think the actual inner dimension of the shoulder is the same size.
Cool. Because I've still got metal ones sitting in a drawer somewhere that I've never got around to using.
Well, now you know what to do with those. Send them my way.
So this is an updated piece of terrain, which was it was past. It was what was it for again? I should know this, but I can't remember now. But this is for his project, and Collins was working a lot of like Star Wars stuff. I think he's done quite well. These aquarium plants work really well for Star Wars, I think, as well.
It's very nice. It's very Yavin 4. Yeah, that is screaming Yavin 4, isn't it? Lovely.
So, and here we have one of Peace MK. Starting in the Outlaws. I was going to add some suggestions, but since you're only starting on these, I looked forward to seeing what's happening next. I think maybe another coat on that leather, but...
I think that leather looks alright at the minute.
It looks stressed enough, I think.
Maybe a highlight. Yeah.
But actually just starting it, I'm going to reserve my criticism for now. So some Malifaux models.
Malifaux Robodog and Robobat.
It's such a weird looking thing. Weird looking sculpt. This looks like it'd be a Mr. Handy from Fallout.
It's like a less advanced Mr. Handy because it can't fly.
Here we have a Wookiee. It's you, Jerry.
Hello.
In the end of an Imperial Assault project with 6 minis and 1 walker left. The Wookiee wins a matte coat and a clear base like the rest. Very nice. And here we have Gaius Korka working on the Dementors. I really like the Dementors because I said earlier that I wasn't a big fan of the poses of the Harry Potter models, but I think these work quite well.
They're nice and flowy, tons of cloth work. And it's all well executed again, as usual.
Like, I think he's like line highlighted this, but I would say if you just even dry brush that, you could just say that's quite done, because Dementors in the books anyway, they're treated as more of an ethereal thing. But in the movies they're treated more like
a solid
cloth work.
A whole big bundle of cloth with a mouth and hands.
More Star Wars Legion from Sundancer.
And a Ben chin in the background.
If you just took out the mouth, that wouldn't look like a bum chin. It would just look like a bum. There we go.
Oh, for the love of God.
Someone had to do it.
Right, fine, yeah, okay.
What are these? I
Those
like
are
how
models of tiny fighting men.
I like how Scaramanga tags his stuff in Shedtopia, because I think he's the one who made the shed with, he had like a whole pile of shelves up for each one of his paints. So I wonder if he's just tagging them with everything that he's done in the shed.
Hey, you know, why not?
Here's the paint scheme I was
Now that is
talking about earlier.
that is really well done. That highlighting and that shading is excellent. I mean, I can't do that. I mean, well, no, I'm not even gonna say I could. I don't do that.
A lot of patience and a lot of glazing for that.
Yeah, beautiful work. Really, really nice.
It's amazing those Space Hulk minis, for their first sort of attempt at snap fit, have still so much detail and stand up so well against the current crop of GW stuff. Because they must be the guts of 10 years old now.
Yeah, they're about 10 years, because we covered that Space Hulk release way back when.
Got some Boba Fett finished, apparently. I would say maybe a little bit of highlight, but because everything looks just...
And maybe a matte varnish.
Yeah, he's very shiny.
But other than that, good work.
Because I would say a little bit of highlight, because I'm not colorblind, but like that red and the green, you can't tell it very much apart. So I would even say, like, if you bring the red up just a little bit more, just to contrast it with the green.
You could even throw a little bit of chipping on the armor plates, just to break up the solid color a bit. Just grab a sponge and a wee bit of light grey and go tip tip tip.
But again, why bother? Why is Boba Fett so famous? He's done nothing.
It's great. He has a whole backstory. You make the backstory up in your head. The minute Vader goes no disintegrations, you know that Boba is a man not to be trifled with. You know, when he's telling people, you know, Solo's no good to me dead, he's literally giving Vader jip. And Vader's like, yeah, don't worry, we'll work it out if it goes wrong, Boba, old mucker. Because he knows Boba's the man.
Well,
He'll have you.
John.
I will never accept the fame and renown that character has for essentially doing nothing on screen apart from failing.
Hold on a second.
So harsh.
So are these from the Conquest magazine, as they say here?
Yep. First off, the 6 Poxwalkers from Conquest. But they are the Conquest minis. I think some of these ones are essentially the easy builds, aren't they, Jerry?
Yeah.
They're basically the easy build kit that's been put into the part works. But later,
still very detailed.
Things on the part works will be different.
Yeah. Well, this week's is 2 pots of wash. Go nuts, kid. One black, one brown. Huh? Get it.
How exciting.
For only £8.
Wow. Okay.
Holy.
Oh my god, that Yanis Y. That thing is friggin' tiny.
Wow, well played.
Beautifully painted for the size of it.
My god.
Nice.
Incredible.
Everybody loves matchlocks. On the pike and shot.
Let's just hope that our images load up here.
Bob was telling me off in the chat. Boba Fett may have done nothing, but he did it spectacularly. Ugh.
So, I think what's happened is, ever since we got the network in that allows all of our editors to edit simultaneously off the network, it's really, really good. However, I think my computer struggles with it because it uses Ethernet cables, and it keeps getting mixed up between them because it thinks that this is an internet connection. And then, like, this is the trouble I've been having recently, is that I can upload videos, but I can't upload an image.
Yeah.
The worst part is you're missing another Boba Fett because of it.
No.
Oh yeah.
So
are you trying to refresh the page here?
Yeah, I'm gonna try my.
I'll just describe the images. So I'm looking at a Boba Fett on a stick, on a side, and then I'm looking at a Boba Fett backpack, also on a stick, and then the backs. Lloyd will be happy. The backs of some stormtroopers far away. So that's all quite good.
So my trick.
I've scrolled down a bit. I'm looking at another picture. This time it's slightly higher and a little bit further away.
We'll just leave.
And now I can see that Boba Fett
on
just below his sticks. It's like an arm, and it's on a bit of blue tack.
Sounds great, Jerry.
All the Boba Fetts are there. It just needs to be combined. I imagine that's post Sarlacc pit Boba Fett.
Yeah. You can keep going.
Working as intended. Oh, this is great.
Because it's not. It's not loading.
We're live. So what am I doing then? Well, I've got some Africa core, which let me just see if I can actually get this on camera. So here's a tiny Africa core man. So this is one of the shades of brown. This is the desert yellow. Now that's to be contrasted with the sort of the earlier version of the uniform, which is a khaki. So so it's much browner. And then of course we also have some green ones, because you know green's always good. Although I've just kept the green for the pants on this one because he's got the flared ones. Now they will be going up in the project whenever I'm doing that at some stage. I've been making up a wash using floor polish, because I was talking about this with somebody in the chat I think last week, which smells delightful.
Just don't drink it. Looks like a whiskey.
Is the too dark for whiskey? Well, it's the most pleasant smelling stuff I have anywhere in this room, because the rest of it's terrible. But the nice thing about floor polish is it's semi-gloss, or if you can get the really good American stuff, which is pricey, but as an acrylic gloss, it's fantastic. If you look for Clear, the old Clear, or Pledge, or in the States it's like Future Shine by S.C. Johnson. A big bottle of that will cost you like $6. If you get it over here in the UK or Ireland, it's going to cost you 12, but you're getting 20 times the amount that you would get in a small pot of, you know, like Vallejo varnish.
Cool.
Which means for a gloss acrylic varnish, it's the cheapest one on the market, but it needs to be the clear stuff. The current UK equivalent, which I use for the wash, is slightly opaque and slightly satin rather than hard gloss, but makes fantastic washes. And the difference between washing with this, which I've made myself, and washing with one of the standard washes, is they're matte by nature, so they will always tint the colour down significantly more than if you use gloss. So it's more like a all-in-one pin wash. You'll still get some tinting, but it's much easier to do, and because you put your own ink or paint in, you can use any colours you want. So I did this one, which is yellow, and I washed it with an orange and floor polish. So there's no actual real paintwork done on that yet. I've just blocked in the black and started blocking the white, but it means you get all your shading and highlighting in one go, which is nice. It's probably not going to come up too well. I'll put pictures somewhere. So floor polish, it's great. Definitely go and get it. I will say this is the remaining part of my bottle of the old clear stuff. The new one comes in a white bottle, not an opaque one, but you wanted this.
Cool, very cool.
Yeah.
So we're going to find out what you're up to, Jerry. John, do you want to talk about what you're doing? Because our webpage is just not loading
it's
at
not
all.
Working.
Which
I'm
is
hoping the chat is still up, because I've tried to close the stream as well. So.
Chat's grand.
No, I mean on the monitor I'm watching it on. I think it's still working.
Yeah, so it just seems to be like my internet seems to be working for the stream, but not for web pages.
Yeah, it's getting.
So, we're loving life here at OnTableTop. But John, I don't know what you want to talk about first.
I'm going to talk about the Space Marine first.
Okay.
Because a few people will know that I've been trying. Was it 2 weeks ago I showed my first attempt at painting olive drab Space Marines?
Yes.
And
do you want to come in a bit?
Yeah.
So people can see.
And it worked.
Can see you.
And it worked all right, but it was too dark.
Mm-hmm.
So I did a different approach this time with another attempt, and you'll probably not see it that well on the camera, but
yeah, it's not too bad.
it looks better. You can actually see some detail on it,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to check it right up close. It doesn't autofocus anymore.
Does it not? I thought we...
I don't think you've set
signed
it to
autofocus.
autofocus.
Do you want to try it there? Is there anything important on that? Probably.
Probably.
Here. Put it in front of that, maybe. That might work.
What do you mean?
Or hold
Put it
on,
in front of
this
this? No, because this isn't.
Ah. Yeah.
No, it's
Oh,
only
well.
it's only white balance that's changing.
Very
But
professional here.
so I started priming it with Army Painter Angel Green. Like I went real dark with it first, and then airbrushed it up with what is it? Combat Fatigues, which is like a very light sort of khaki color.
That's not in the Army Painter, is it?
Yeah.
Or is
This
it?
is all Army Painter. This one.
Oh, okay. Well.
And then just went in with some hard edging, some washes, then a pin wash on for shadows and stuff. It's turned out a lot better. I will put photos of it up, as Jerry says, somewhere. But
Put them in the weapon thread. Everybody else will be able to see it, just not you.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
If we can load it,
Yeah, that's it.
we put it up.
But I
I'll
have.
tell you what, Jerry. We'll send it to you, and you can put it up for us.
I could just send it to him right now. But I have been working on something else, which I've been alluding to for a while, which is my big 1/16th Challenger 2, which now only consists. The only original parts left are the lower hull, upper hull, turret, and the mechanism that makes the gun go up and down. Everything else has been stripped out, changed, and replaced.
Well,
At a cost of somewhere around £300 to £400 so far.
my God,
Everything. So it does everything. It also weighs an absolute ton now. It's about 5.5, 6 kilos in weight. With metal track that has rubber pads on it. It's got metal wheels that have rubber tires on it. It's been given a new coat of paint. It has antenna made out of guitar wire or guitar string. It's got a flag. And it has a little whirly light which I can switch on. So
does it work? Do you want to like drive it on the floor?
I think it would be very loud in here.
Yeah. Well,
It might be very loud.
I mean, we could lower our microphones.
We could. Let's.
So hold on. Let me just test which is our microphones. Here we are.
That one.
So I'm going to bring down our microphones, and then I'm going to change the camera for you. You can see how it works. Okay, let's see here. My goodness. When you're ready, John. Rev the engine up because it's in neutral gear, so don't drive. Oh, for God's sake. Right, John, put it in gear. Oh, look at it go! Ah! John, good shit. hopefully you guys can hear us now.
That's what I've spent the last 2-3 months on.
Wow. So far. Do you think it's worth the £300 you spent?
It's worth every penny.
Wow.
For my own satisfaction, it's worth every penny.
How did you find it, Jerry, there, watching it online? We can't
hear Jerry.
Alright. See, being a bit further away, the little rotating...
The light? I think he's
Top.
freezing. He's alright. We're not sure what's happening anymore, Jerry. You were cut off there for a second.
Oh, good. You can hear me now, though?
Yes.
Oh, that's unfortunate for you, isn't it?
Why? What were you saying there, Jerry?
The little light on top looks great. That's mostly what I was saying. Also, Recon wants to know when the World of Tanks remote control boot camp's coming.
If you can all buy one yourselves, get it done up to the same standard, and turn up here with an infrared battle system for them all, yeah, let's do it.
I'll make one out of shoebox.
Yeah, you make one out of shoebox.
Just use string to drag it around. It'll work for me. Alright, unfortunately, since the webpage is just not loading for us, you can see here yourself. This has been it for about 10 minutes now. Yep. We can't continue on with Hobby Hangout, unfortunately.
Wasn't me. I didn't break it.
No. Not Jerry this time. Usually we do blame things on Jerry, but I don't think it was. Yeah.
Damn it, me.
No, it's damn it, Jerry, and thanks, Jared.
Yeah. So it's the other way around this time. So damn it, Jared, for screwing up our internet, and thank you very much, Jerry, for joining us on this short stream today.
Yep.
It's been a pleasure. Guys, don't forget that this weekend the other team, the noisier lot of the team, are off to Essen this weekend. So they're over in Germany. They're participating in one of the biggest games extravaganza in Europe this weekend. So you get to see, if you can't attend, them guys will be your eyes and ears for you. So if you want to see something in particular, don't be afraid to comment into live blogs and stuff. I'm sure there's probably going to be prizes as well. There is no weekender this weekend because of the Essen thing. Yep. We are only human after all. If I still had the song, I'd switch it. Yep. If you want to look at something cool, go check out the Tales from Loop articles as well, because I worked really hard on those. I've only got 2 comments on it so far, so go give me a boost.
Make Lance feel better.
A little bit of self-promotion there. Go have a look at those, because I think they're very, very good. And even if you don't play Tales from Loop, very, very good for role-playing in general, and maybe in war games too. But thank you very much for watching us today. We're going to say goodbye here. Thank you very much, Jerry. Say goodbye.
Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
And bye, John.
Bye, lads. I mean, bye, everyone else.
Hopefully see you next week.
Yeah.
When our webpage actually loads.
It'll take a week.
Yeah.
It'll have loaded by then, yeah.
Thank you very much, everyone. That's bye for this
everyone.
week. Tune in next week. Hopefully we'll get the internet sorted by then. Bye.
Bye-bye.